Okay then, in today's video, we're gonna go over everything that you need to know about LESHENT. So with that being said, let's get into it. Starting off with the typing, LESHENT is a plant and dark type Loomian, which means defensively, we are weak to ice and toxic, and we are quad weak to fire and bug. But then we resist water, plant, earth, electric, mind, and spirit, and we're also immune to light. And then offensively, we can hit water, earth, plant, light, and mind type Loomians all for super effective stab damage. Next up, let's go over the base stats, which LESHENT has 96 health, 82 energy, 103 melee attack, 88 melee defense, 25 range attack, 74 range defense, and 64 speeds. Which yes, LESHENT is basically the counterpart to Chartiki, both being bulky attackers, Chartiki being a range attacker, LESHENT being the melee attacker, both having decent speed where, yes, a lot of things are going to outspeed us, but at least we get to outspeed a lot of the more bulky, tanky, defensive Loomians. Our energy low on LESHENT isn't the greatest, it is a little bit below average, but it's not that bad compared to some other Loomians, looking at Icicle. And yeah, our range attack stat on this thing is pretty pitiful, so we're not really going to be using it. So yeah, our role is going to lean more towards a bulky melee attacker, which, like Chartiki, although learn that Chartiki is a range attacker, and also Chartiki's plant fire typing is so much better defensively than plant dark, unfortunately. Now let's talk about the abilities, which the first ability is Watcher, which you get from evolving a Christmas Cradle with the Parting Gift ability. This ability will increase the strength of all of our moves if we are the last Loomian to move in the turn. The second ability is Gloomy, which you get by evolving a Christmas Cradle with the Chill ability. This is a brand new ability that will increase all of our moves damage by 30% if there is fog weather present. And if the user isn't spirit type, which LESHENT isn't a spirit type, it will also make the user ignore fog's effects to turn off its ability. Otherwise, this would be a pretty useless ability. And the last ability, the secret ability, is Ambush, which makes all of our moves deal double damage if the opponent switches in the same turn. Moving on to the moves, starting with the level of moves, and it is going to be a little confusing because Christmas Cradle and Festifer are both plant ice types, whereas LESHENT is a plant dark type, so technically it really shouldn't have any of the ice moves, but since it once was an ice type, it basically gets to keep all of the ice moves that Christmas Cradle gets as level 1 if you evolve into LESHENT. So for Christmas Cradle's level up moves, we get Petal Pummel, Flurry, Brace, Spare, Leaf Barrage, Snow Dozer, Sap Plant, Icicle Trap, Bushwhack, Briar Block, Ice Hammer, and Thistle Slash. And then when you trade Christmas Cradle to evolve into LESHENT, we get Gnarly Gash as our evolution move, then we get Flurry, Snow Dozer, Icicle Trap, and Ice Hammer as level 1 moves that we gotta relearn for, unless you get them before you evolve into LESHENT. Then we get Petal Pummel, Chomp, Brace, Spare, Leaf Barrage, Bamboozle, Sap Plant, Provoke, Bushwhack, Briar Block, Slap Down, and Thistle Slash. And then for the rest of the moves, for the MMs, we get Dodge, Rejuvenate, Hypnotize, Ill Will, Frost Beam, Bait, and Fade Away. And then for the rally moves, we get Earthquake, Raging Tackle, and Timber Thrash. Although, just like Foreman, which for some reason is struggling to get Cycle Blast as a rally move, LESHENT, for some reason, can't get Timber Thrash, and maybe sometimes some of his other rally moves is kind of broken for some reason right now. So if you want any of these rally moves, make sure that you get them on Christmas Cradle before you evolve into LESHENT, although in the future this will be fixed once everyone's back from Thanksgiving break. And with that out of the way, that is everything that you need to know about LESHENT.